What's goody, YouTube? We are here live at twitch.tv/NXIRL, and we're about to check out the new Myriad Celestia trailer for Yunli. Mind the Swelter, watch the furnace. I haven't seen it yet. This is going to be a live react here on Twitch, a blind react. We're going to see what they got going on, me with the gang. If you guys want to come check us out on Twitch sometime, link will be in bio. Let's see this Yunli trailer, everybody.
Gifted Swordmaster, taught by Huayan.
Yeah.
Wheel Octet, Yunli. Do you wish to be champion of the universe?
Okay, who's the creepy voice? What?
You will become the sword champion.
Oh, cursed swords though, right?
The war dance is merely one small step on your path. A good sword can make you invincible. Countless people got what they wanted with me in their hands.
Wow.
A mediocre swordsman instantly became world famous. And a dying old woman finally carried out her revenge.
Yo, this is way more intense than I thought it was gonna be.
You just need to tell me your desire.
You're already at death's door and yet still a chatterbox.
She's gonna get rid of it, right? Yeah! W
You're still
Yunli.
struggling, even with the Molten Remains standing ready.
She's a cat? Okay, bro, this is so random.
Desire.
My desire?
Don't you want to go to the Luofu? Don't you want to become the sword champion?
Is to melt cursed swords like you.
She's not gonna waver, bro.
The truth behind you fulfilling human wishes is that you devoured people's wills and turned them into zombies. But humans should be the one to decide where their sword points. The war dance ceremony? I couldn't care less. But the sword, that will be the victor's prize.
That's interesting.
Are you hungry?
Well, if there's actually gonna be a sword as a prize,
Eat
that's kind of cool.
first, then go back to melting swords.
Wait, why is she a cat, though?
But I want to eat berry pheasant skewers. Berry pheasant skewers. Berry pheasant skewers.
Just wait a little bit longer. You can get some once we're on the Luofu.
Okay, interesting. Chat, first reaction to it, what do y'all think? Now, I really thought at the beginning that Yunli was like hiding this second personality, but I had forgotten that her whole shtick is to get rid of the cursed sword. So I guess it was like, we've got this cursed sword that's trying to like pull Yunli into temptation, like, yo, use me as your cursed sword and I can present you with whatever your heart desires. You know what I mean? Kind of like grant a wish, so to speak, you know, showing what had happened to those other couple people, you know, after they had, I guess, succumb to the cursed sword. But yeah, Yunli did not falter, got rid of the cursed sword, schmelted them, but also cat, like, for what reason, bro? Meant to be cat-like in some way? Yeah, I guess. Roll for the grandpa? I mean, we're going to see. Huayan may actually be playable. Okay, hold up. I want to watch this one more time because we definitely got some cool, like, looks at things, and I think this is giving us a little bit of an insight towards what's going to be happening in 2.4. So, Flame Wheel Octet, that's part of the Asienjo ship she's from. Like, that, this threw me immediately. So I feel like we are just simply in the cursed sword's fantasy right now. Like the cursed sword is like, oh, look at me being wielded by Yunli. And then we see like the evil, but yeah, she was never with it.
You will become the sword champion, towering above all.
And like, see, this is like what caught my eye before too. Jing Yuan, Yan Qing, I'm not sure who that is. Like perhaps Lingsha, just because we know that they're going to be involved. Fei Xiao and Zhao Shou.
The war dance is merely one small step on your...
Yeah, so we get to see all of them again, but the war dance is one small step.
A good sword can make you invincible.
It's also
Countless
like
people got what they wanted with me in their hands.
it's also undermining like how much of a sword champion she is on her own. You know, this sword is talking a lot of smack. It's literally like the character that isn't that strong but rolls with like a really strong posse. So they're talking all the smack even though they're the one that like doesn't do anything for the crew. It's this sword like, oh, with me in your hands, you can have everything you want. Bro, as far as we know, Yunli is already like a sword champion in her own right, correct? Like she is a child prodigy similar to Yanqing.
A mediocre swordsman instantly became world famous.
But again, she's not mediocre, right?
And a dying old woman.
She's not a dying old woman. Like, these are bad examples of why Yunli should choose this sword.
Carried out her revenge. Your future.
It could be a heliobus, you're right, you're right.
You just need to tell me your desire.
That's so creepy. Yeah, well, look, they are definitely similar as they are like the child prodigies of their respective Xianzhou ships, but Yunli is like a, I forget how it's described, where it's like Yanqing. One of them likes to collect swords. I think it's Yanqing. And the other one has like some other relationship with blades, if you will. So that's how they're like not similar. But I mean, they're both very similar in terms of like their upbringing, being the underling of, you know, the current Xianzhou general on their ship.
You're already at death's door and yet still a chatterbox.
But yeah.
Curse sword. You're still
That's pretty
struggling,
good.
even with the Molten Remains standing ready.
This is like her collection of cursed swords, like, just about to get yeeted, turned into like, yeah, I guess just like reused. Oh, yeah, she doesn't like that he collects them and doesn't use them. She likes to use all her swords, I suppose. Bro, but why the cat tie-in? Yeah, unless she's like nimble, like a cat would be, but that feels like a reach.
To melt cursed swords like you.
Dude, they always crush it with the visuals, though. It looks so good.
The truth behind you.
This gives me a lot of vibes of the Acheron trailer with all of those blades that were forged on Izumo, but like the mental leap that they're having us take here, where it's like previous to being introduced to Yunli, the idea of cursed swords I feel like wasn't even included in the game, right? It's like, well, now that Yunli's out and we know that her hobby / mission is to, you know, do away with the cursed swords. And I think that we learned at some point, Chad, tell me if I'm wrong, but there's like, she's already discarded of like 302 or 320 cursed swords to date. So, you know, this is just her doing her regular activities, you would say.
Fulfilling human wishes is that you devoured people's wills and turned them into zombies.
See, the heliobus comment does make a lot of sense. Also, the emphasis on feet all the time is so strange.
I couldn't care less. The sword that will be the...
Yeah, this is sick, though. I am, like, interested to know about the Sword Dance Festival. Like, will they actually get the sword? And chat, tell me this doesn't look an awful lot like the sword that we've seen in March 7th's, like, you know, drip marketing and such. So if March becomes the sword champion, I don't know, dude.
The victor's prize.
Oh, the victor's sword is cursed. I don't think that's the case. But yeah, maybe that went over my head.
Eat first, then go back to melting swords.
Why
But I want to eat berry pheasant skewers. Berry pheasant skewers. Berry pheasant skewers.
Just wait a little bit longer. You can get some once we're on the Luofu.
Yeah, they're gonna be there soon. Chat, what do y'all think of this trailer? What'd y'all think? Pretty solid trailer. I thought the visuals are interesting. I think it gives us a little bit of insight to Yunli, but I wouldn't say it's like the most informative Myriad Celestia trailer we've seen previous, you know? I thought it was all right, though. If you're watching this on YouTube, definitely leave a comment and let me know what you thought of this Myriad Celestia trailer with Yunli. Are you pulling for Yunli? Have you pre-farmed? What are all your plans? Again, come hang out with us on Twitch sometime. It'll be linked in the bio. And if you made it this far, obviously, you're going to go ahead to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios, everybody.